welcome to a hockey podcast, but it's just a playoffs and we only talk about the playoffs because that's all that's happening in hockey right now. Yeah. Playoff hockey. Woo. Welcome back, guys. Oh my days. I'm so excited this week. We have so much to talk about. It's just the gals this week. So hi, it's me, Molly, and I'm joined with Channelle over there.
That's me. I think it's a very appropriate podcast for us to be co-hosting, considering your team is on the top and my team just made a complete faceplant into the ground.
I'm pretty sure they just did a backflip off what do you call it? Niagara Falls.
I'm such a clown for the last podcast. I was like, I'm not worried, not at all, no.
Me too. I was like, leaves, definitely.
That's all we are, though, just a pile of leaves blowing in the wind.
Yep. And blew apart.
Just missing the second round, just missing.
This is fine. This is fine.
Just missing the second round, like past to just miss the open net.
Oh my god, dude. How did he do that? How did he miss an open net?
Just the same way all the Leafs did during the playoffs. It's just so easy. That's what I was gonna say. I see a future Leaf right there.
You're inconsistent, eh?
Yeah, that's the thing. I think we'll save the Leafs for the end because I'm in complete pain, and if I talk about them and move on, I just will not be focused.
That's okay. Where do you want to begin? Because I don't want to talk about abs just yet either. Like, I need to get warmed up first talking about other hockey because I will either cry or vomit.
Okay, yeah. Let's do the Canes in Tampa.
Yes.
Series. That is interesting to me. I'm curious to hear your take first. Let me know. What are you thinking about this series?
So I can't remember what I put. I think I put down Tampa to win this one, but I honestly, after watching them play, I'm like, did I get it right? I'm not sure. I'd really want Canes to win, but Tampa's just looking so good. So good.
Yeah. That's the thing. You're totally right. If you really put the 2-2 like right up next to each other, you'll realize that the Lightnings, the Lightning, sorry.
The Lightnings.
The Lightnings with a Z.
Or I guess 2003.
Yes. They have the better stats. They have everything going for them.
The experience. And they're cup winners.
That's the thing. That is the thing, right? So, Kucherov.
Oh, Kucherov. Oof.
Listen, I think there are going to be some people complaining about Kucherov because, he was gone for the entire season. Tampa was able to use that cap space. And then, of course, when the playoffs begin, cap space don't matter, as we know. So he's back in all of a sudden. He's back in, cool, and he's revved because he didn't get to play all year. And boom, look at that. He is literally going to win the Conn Smythe.
Yes. We talked about this last time, Jeremy and I, saying, is it fair? Is it allowed? Like, I understand if your player is injured for the whole season, when it comes to playoffs, of course, you want to give them a chance to actually play in the season. But when it comes to players such as Kucherov, is it fair?
It's like he's Superman in the fighting.
Secret weapon.
Yeah, he's really good. He's riled up. He hasn't. I mean, he was recovering from an injury, obviously, but he has no current injury. Everyone else has been dragged through the mud through the entire season. Plagued with injuries, plagued with losses, media, all this stuff, and he saw none of it.
Yeah. So I think it is a bit of an unfair advantage, but also he's just such a great player. You can't turn around and be like, no, you can't play.
And the
'Cause
other,
he's phenomenal.
I was going to say the other factor is had he played all season, I'm sure the results would have been near the same.
Yeah.
His points, maybe if not this, it would be closer to McKinnon's
So,
points.
but how many goals has he got in the last game? He got 2 goals, didn't he?
He's got 5 goals total
This
this
sort of playoffs.
yeah, exactly, through the whole
Yeah.
playoff.
And
He's
he
got
got 2 in yesterday's game.
yeah, he's a big factor for the Tampa Bay Lightnings. Although they're already stacked with like Stamkos and Point and I mean
Yeah.
Vaz. Come on. Now that's actually, since we're talking about Tampa, I'm just curious. Do you think Fleury, Grubauer, Vaz, they're up for the Vezina?
They are up for the Vezina. And
I want
I'm
to
going to
know
be
your thoughts.
biased.
Well, okay, that's what I was wondering. Do you think
Of
Grubauer's?
course I am biased because, okay, so we're going to talk about Avs. We're going to talk about game 2. Just, overtime win. I'm sorry, what was that? Avalanche win in overtime? Unheard of. Absolutely unheard of. But that game, Grubauer was an absolute insane human being. He wasn't human because that was how good he was playing. That some of the saves he had were just that I
Beautiful.
I passed out. I was on
Highlight
the
reels.
floor. Highlight reel worthy. So go watch that game if you haven't seen it because oh my days, because it was announced maybe like the day before that he was a finalist, and then he proved to us that he should win. So be still my beating heart, because he has it. Although again, Fleury, what can we say? He is also a god. Which is why I need to talk about Avs in more detail later because it's not a fair matchup, is it?
We have opinions. We'll move on
Yeah,
to that
I've got
later because oh my god, we're gonna go all over the place. I know it.
yeah.
We're gonna get excited and we have to reel ourselves in.
I'm keeping it contained right now because, like I said, crying or vomiting is still on the table.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and me too for different reasons.
Uh,
Okay, yes. So Canes, Tampa. I agree with you. The Canes should be losing this series. I am saying that only because I have been watching their series specifically because I'm a Caniac. Um, I'm a hoe for Aho, and he's still the top guy for the Canes for
oh,
sure.
he's
So that's
100%. He's still great for the Canes, but it's just that the
mhm.
Lightning's just a better team overall.
That's the thing. And
And I hate
again,
to say it.
Kucherov, it's Kucherov, in my
Yeah.
opinion, and he, because of this, he's going to get the Conn Smythe after this is done. I'm sure of it. He has 17 points right now. That's the highest. The second highest player has 13 points, and that's McKinnon. That's a big jump, in my
It's
opinion.
a huge jump.
So what?
What the
And
hell?
I do have to say the last game. So yesterday, for you guys, I guess it'll be 2 days ago. Let's just say Saturday.
Saturday.
Saturday. The Lightning won 6-4. And if you're not watching it, you're gonna go, oh, they clearly won fair and square. It was a fun game. You can tell just based off of those numbers. But if you were watching
It was a game.
it was
Ooh.
a game. 4 goals each in the second period.
It was a lot because I watched the second period, just the second period because I had other plans. But my days, was that a treat?
That's a good period to jump in on for you.
Yeah. I was just there like, oh, what is happening? What is happening?
They were just sharing. They're like, you have a goal. How about you? You can have a goal. No problem. Let's just have goals for the second period. How about that?
And then Tampa wins it.
Now the thing I'm a little bit worried about is for the Canes. the goaltending. Now, Nedeljkovic has not been in net for the last 2 games, and so that would be Mrazek.
Yep.
Mrazek, he won 1 game, the last one, and then he lost this one, in my opinion, epically. I mean, that's a lot to let in, right? And you can tell on his face that he was not too pleased with how things were going.
Yeah.
So what do they do? Bring in Nedeljkovic again?
I think they should bring in Nedeljkovic because seeing as how they're playing in the first round of the playoffs with Nedeljkovic,
Yeah.
it seemed to work better. But I don't know. Is he injured? Is that why he's out, or is he just not playing?
I think they gave him a rest, and Mrazek did win his first game, so they're like, oh, let's just roll with that. You know, you always roll with whoever's winning. But Nedeljkovic, it's a little strange not to play him, considering his record, and he also is in contention for the Calder, right? Which is cool, by the way. I don't know why I didn't think of that. I've been thinking, oh yeah, Kaprizov is for sure in. But I didn't think about Nedeljkovic, which is silly of me. That's my bad. Sorry, Nedeljkovic. What, he must have a nickname, right? Nadel?
Nidel?
Shavia?
I was just trying to think. Shavich? Nidel Shavich? Goalie number 1?
Yeah. Anyways, we won't go, like, we've already said enough about this series, but it's my second team, so I'm trying to pay attention, and I'm a little bit bummed. They had a chance last game to tie up the series, and now it's all up to Tampa.
They're against such a tough team as well. If they did end up playing the Panthers, I think it'd be a completely different turn of events, but because it is the Lightning, it's just kind of like, just go sit down, sir. It's the Lightning's turn. Should we talk about New York then?
Yeah, it's a smooth transition.
Yeah. I mean, there was an open net, and unlike Pasta, I scored.
That was terrible. Good. I like it. This is where you throw in a laugh track. Oh boy.
Oh my days. This series, I thought Boston would get it in 5.
Okay. That's interesting that you say that.
And I feel a bit of a Leafs fan, and i.e. a clown. Sorry, Leafs fans, please don't unsubscribe. We love you. Really?
Honestly, I don't. I am an odd Leafs fan because I say, like, I detest these teams, like the Canadians and what? That was.
I detest these teams,
Oh my god.
The Canadians.
And the Bruins, but honestly, I have respect for both teams for different reasons.
Yeah, I have been watching. I watched. I've only watched a couple of their games so far in round 2, and Islanders, they have now piqued my attention. I'm interested in this team.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't like it because I have never thought about them as an actual team that I'm interested in before.
Oh, the magic of Torts. He knows how to make a team. He knows how to make a team.
He does.
And then, I mean, you got Barzal. I mean, I'm sorry, but he is so good looking, that guy. It's ridiculous. Keep your helmet on. You're distracting everyone.
That hair. It's always the hair, isn't it?
The hair. It's the hair. That gif going around. Everyone was like, oh my god, I guess I'm an Islanders fan now. Oh gosh. But as in terms of actual playing, I'm surprised he only has 7. Well, I mean, only has 7 points. That's pretty good, actually. after looking at the roster and the stats for this playoff series, or sorry, the playoffs in general, the Islanders are pretty evenly dispersed in terms of who does stuff on the ice. And I would argue that's the same with Boston, which is why this is 2-2 currently.
Yes. And I've been enjoying their games. And I hate to say it.
They're a little, it feels old school.
It does.
It feels dirty in a good way. Like, you know, everyone's trying to get gritty and get in there. Let's play hockey and let's not do anything fancy. Let's just play.
I'm trying to think who did a really good goal the last game I watched, and I honestly cannot think of his name. So I'm trying to look up their roster to be like, who was that person that literally made me a faint?
Was it the series?
Yeah, it was this series.
Oh, I'm not sure because
I'm
gonna be completely honest with our listeners and you. After the Leafs lost Game 7, I turned off for the whole week.
I just stopped watching it.
I stopped caring. I stopped living. I stopped showering. No, I'm just kidding. I still showered. But hockey made me feel sad momentarily. So please forgive me, but I did catch up as best I can. But if you say, oh, this play from this player, I've been like, I know what you're talking about. This time, I don't.
Islanders is like, it's a blind spot for me. I don't know really anything about them apart from their team colours are goddamn awful.
Yeah, I have a couple teams like that. That's what we're going to be working on the offseason, I think.
I found the guy. It's Pago. No, Pago's a fruit juice here in France, not Pago. Pajot.
Wait, which team?
Islanders.
Oh, the Islanders.
Yeah.
It's Pajot.
Pajot. Okay, not Pago.
C'est Jean-Gabriel. Jean-Gabriel Pajot.
Pajot. Okay. This podcast is sponsored by. We don't actually know how to say any hockey players' names. Yeah, he scored a really beautiful goal. You are an expert, but apparently I am not, and I am tired.
Anyways, he's got a beautiful goal, yes, and he's also leading, by the way.
This is a clap track now. He is leading, and I was very taken aback by, like, seeing those kind of plays from a team that has not been in my spotlight before. Because normally when I turn on a game of a team that I don't normally watch, I'm like, yeah, this is why I don't watch it, and I fall asleep, you know? Mm-hmm. So, Islanders, I feel, might actually take it.
Well, you know what? I do have to bring this back to Pajot because I'm pretty impressed myself. You know, he's only been an Islander for 2 years. He was a Sens through and through, a Senator.
Yeah.
And his last great season or good season, you know, was in 2020 with 2020, I think. Yeah.
With the Sens.
With the Sens, it was 24 goals he got. 40 points total, and this year he is not quite there, but he's coming through for the playoffs, which is important. It's really cool that he's a key player in the playoffs. It's always interesting, the playoffs.
You see these new names coming out where you're like, is it because they're new to the team from trades, or they just new to the NHL in general, and they put them in the playoffs and they shine? And yeah. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it.
I love the playoffs, man. Even though we lose, it's so fun to see everyone else and the interesting things.
Another player who has kind of like shown their potential as kind of like a newer player, I feel, in my eyes, my hockey watching eyes, is actually a Canadian.
Okay. Oh.
A Montreal Canadienne.
Oh, okay. Are you talking about Caulfield?
No.
Anderson?
No. He died. We didn't actually die, but he's the one who got died. He got died. Evans. Yeah.
Jake Evans.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
first round of the playoffs. Yeah, I know against Leafs and everything. I'm sorry, it's a sore point.
It's
But
okay. We'll talk
Evans
about it.
started to really come out as such a good player, so it's actually kind of a shame that, you know,
Yeah, no,
he was put down, put to sleep. R.I.P. son.
all right. No, absolutely. Let's talk about it. We're going to move on to the Canadians and Jets, and that's a great place to start, actually.
Yeah, I am not impressed with
Shifley.
how irresponsible players have become in the playoffs when it comes to hits. Because Shifley isn't the first person to just play outright dangerously and I want to say illegally, just completely illegal, even if it was off the ice, illegal, kind of. You should be arrested, sir. If that happened out in the public, you'd be in jail.
Yeah, I think it goes deeper than just what you see on
Yeah.
television. I personally think it's everything hockey players have been ingrained with since they started to play hockey. You know, you have to be tough, suck it up. Oh, if you can't do anything, the least you can do is hurt another player. It's always been
Yeah.
ingrained in these players' minds.
Like, just because you're losing doesn't give you the right to be an absolute arsewipe.
Oh my god, that hit was completely unnecessary. You were losing. It was an open net goal. Already, please.
There was what, a minute left on the clock?
Yeah.
It was right at the end of the game. Like, what were you trying to prove? What were you trying to do? Anyway,
Nothing. Needed to get
made
2
me
goals.
so upset. I was so upset with that. Like,
Well, and then you have to look at the contrast. You got to look at Shifley. So I also was very angry. I thought it was dirty. I didn't like it. I was actually upset internally because I am a Shifley fan and he's a really good guy and he doesn't normally do this.
this is completely out of the blue.
I don't know what happened. Yeah, I'm wondering if it was one of those in the moments and you saw him in the tunnel leaving that he regretted it a lot.
Well, if you saw the hit, it looked like he was just trying to check him.
Yeah.
But didn't realize that he wasn't standing up straight because Evans was kind of like crouched over the puck, going around the net. So it looked if he was just standing up straight, it'd have just been a little bit of a hard body check, which still unwarranted.
Still unnecessary,
but it's just the fact that it literally got him in the face, got him off his feet, and then he landed headfirst on the ice.
Oh, that was, it was not fun to watch. I was watching at that very moment too, and I'm like, wow, why do I keep seeing all the terrible hits?
Absolutely terrible call on Schlieffli. Falafel's part. Yeah. Why can't I say his name now?
Shifley.
Where did Schlieffli come from?
See, I'll be your guides for you and Jeremy. I got it.
Aidez-moi.
Pas de problème, madame.
C'est trop difficile pour moi.
Oh, mon Dieu.
Mon Dieu, Montreal. I am surprised that the Jets haven't won a game yet. I thought it would be at least 1-1 tie.
Okay, I have a lot of opinions. I think this is, and you know, the internet's currently saying this as well, but what a fucking boring series. Like, it's so dumb.
It's not as good as Jets and Oilers.
It should be Leafs and Jets, for sure. And I'm not trying to be biased here. I genuinely think there was, and we'll talk about that later with the Leafs, but it really genuinely should have been the Leafs versus the Jets. And the Jets and the Leafs, whenever they play, it's so exciting. It's so much fun. And we get this. And they just lost Shifley for 4 games. So their series is completely over. Montreal's going to move on. Four games. What?
Only 4 games.
Oh, only 4 games. But they knew it would be a consequence because he's not playing in the series and they're not winning without him because Shifley is one of their top guys, right?
Yeah.
Now here's the thing. The Montreal Canadiens, in my opinion, and probably a lot of other people's too, if you really dive into the stats, Montreal, good luck. Round 3, exit. They will either play the Knights or Avs. Come on.
Yeah.
They're done. The only Canadian team. I'm getting louder. Sorry, I'm just really passionate. The
Then we
only
talk
other
about
team
Canada.
that yes, the only other team that would even have like a smidge, and by the way, a smidge of hope would be the Leafs playing
Yeah.
against the Avs or the Knights. That's the only Canadian team that could put up a fight, in my opinion. I could be totally wrong, and the Canadians could shock the hell out of me in the third round, but we'll see.
I think the thing is with the Canadians, I think that Price has stepped it up a notch.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely has. He's definitely come out of his dip that we talked about in previous podcasts.
Exactly.
And you were like, "Oh, Price will come back. It's the playoffs," and I was just all like, "Really?"
I said, "Don't worry about it. Yeah, he's coming back. Don't worry.
He's coming back.
He's our only thing I said."
But I don't know if it's gonna run out of steam for round 3, like you said.
It always does. It always does.
Yeah.
It always does, but usually in the first round, if the Leafs didn't make it, because we don't play the Canadians normally, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think they're gonna. I think if your Avs make it, we'll talk about that later. We're literally talking about that next. If they make it, then they're done. Because Price versus... Oh, yeah, never mind. Doesn't matter. I was thinking Fleury. Never mind. Anyways, they're done, so either or, honestly.
Yeah. I don't know.
Surprised.
The thing is, with the next series, next round, it's going to be teams who haven't played each other the whole series. So
That's
it's literally going to be... It's going to be open season on everyone. Everyone's going to have no idea how to play against each other.
This is where the fun comes. This is where the fun happens. I'm very curious. It's all season we haven't been able to see face-offs like this, and now we will.
Oh my days! It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be a wild time.
Who's gonna be eaten alive?
Because Wild's out.
Wild is out, so it's not wild at all.
No.
It's gonna be an avalanche of a time.
It is. Oh my days! I don't know if I am excited to see an Islanders Tampa Bay matchup, because that is two teams you would not put together in a Stanley Cup playoff.
No, that would be weird.
Although
it's not possible because, yeah, it won't work.
I don't think it would work, but that would be a cool match.
Because it won't work because Tampa's going to be playing New York in the third round if they win.
Yeah, I know. So that's what I meant. That matchup. I'm not saying the final. No.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm interested to see as well. I think I'm mostly interested right now. The series I've been waiting for has been the Avs versus Knights.
Oh my days! Should we get started on that?
That's what I was just about to say. Let's get into her, eh?
Okay, first freaking game. I thought Grubauer would, have it a little bit nicer because, there's no Binnington trying to kill him. But who cross-checked him against the head? First game? Fucking Reeves. Jeremy's favourite player. And he only got 2 games off, didn't he? I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it got extended, but I was just like, I'm sorry? What? But yeah, to be fair, we did obliterate them.
You literally creamed them. It wasn't even fair.
We didn't come here to play, boy.
What was it? 7-1?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I know Ab scored 7 because, I was on the floor crying again.
No, I was being non-biased and not hurting your feelings. I was surprised. Not that you guys won, but that you guys won that easily.
Oh, same. I thought it would be like game 2 where it was overtime.
Yeah, both game 2 and game 3 is what I expect.
Yeah. Although I've got to admit, game 3, Avalanche weren't playing the same quality. So hopefully tonight's game, this is Sunday by the way, Sunday's game, which I'm not going to be able to watch because it's at the wrong time.
Again, the last couple days I've been in a haze, so I know the basics. I don't know the inner workings of each game.
Yeah.
But I'm back on track. I'll know everything by next.
So the first 2 games, Colorado had main puck possession. Like, commentary was literally, Colorado's done this, Colorado's done that, Colorado. Knights barely got to touch the puck. The shots on goal, completely different between the two teams. But I think that's what made Knights wake up and, somehow beat us this time. I've got to admit, this is just a little bit off topic, but it's still on topic. Knight's Twitter feed is run by a 5-year-old boy, I've decided. It's bloody awful. It's not funny. They try to be funny, but they're not funny. So I'm sorry, Knights fans, but your social media manager on your Twitter is absolute trash. And so are your jerseys.
I've been seeing a lot of those tweets. I've been seeing a lot of those tweets for a lot of different teams. I don't know why people are complaining about the Canes account. I think they're hilarious.
Oh, Canes is hilarious, man. Love it.
So good.
People are just jealous when they complain like that. But no, seriously, Vegas is just like, my goldfish can run that account better.
Pain for that person who's running the social media.
Yeah, that's coming from me, who's actually a social media manager. So.
Well, the thing is, it's probably a team.
Yeah.
So it has to go through more than one person, which is hilarious. But okay.
But yeah. Anything nice I've got to say about Vegas? Fleury.
I have
he's just phenomenal.
Fleury, yeah, that's what I said. The factor, kind of like Carey Price, if the team's going to win against the Avs specifically, I think Fleury is the key. The Knights are very good overall, so I'm not saying that their team is garbage, not even a little bit. They can play a bunch of other teams, but if you're facing a team like Tampa or the Avs, then Fleury is going to be the key piece, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely there. I would like to see a Fleury Price matchup, just personally out of goalie interest.
Yeah, just for that. That experiment, the goalie experiment here.
I would not be mad, but also I would be mad because
that would mean your team lost.
Yeah, that would mean that my team lost, and we can't let the babies lose.
We do have to give props for Mark Stone. However, he was just nominated for the Selke.
I think that's one player on that team. That's not the goalie that I like. So
Mark Stone, yeah.
Mark Stone.
Well,
didn't he play in Ottawa for a bit, or was that just me?
Yeah. No, he played in Ottawa.
He did play in Ottawa. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Mark Stone is a senator at heart, really. Yeah. Well, yeah, because then he was on the Blue Jackets, I believe, with the 3.
And then Vegas.
Yeah. Something like that. Anyways, yeah, he was nominated for the Selke, which is otherwise known as the Patrice Bergeron Trophy. Every year he gets nominated and wins, with the exception of last season. This year, we're hoping Mark Stone wins.
Yeah, I think Mark Stone should get some recognition for his season, because he's just been good.
He's been consistently good, so usually you see a bunch of players be excellent during the regular season, and then come playoff, there are other superheroes that come out of nowhere. Mark Stone is still in the top spot.
He's just consistent. He's just been consistent. I think the Knights have been a really good team for him.
Absolutely.
It's a good team that's let him excel as a great hockey player. So.
Oh, yeah.
You never know. He might be the next Bergeron when it comes to winning the Selkie Trophy.
Well, that's what we're thinking.
Yeah. See,
That's what
I'm
I'm
being
thinking.
positive about the Knights.
There you go.
Oh, look at us.
I can do the same thing for the Canadians. When we talk about the Leafs. Which I guess would be right now, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
let's talk about your flaky pastry of a team.
Okay. So the Toronto Maple Leafs, this was supposed to be their year. We've created an incredible roster. We fixed all the holes. Everything that people complained about, we fixed, including defense. We are actually second. Well, for goals against. So that, I mean, obviously, one, that means Jack Campbell's been amazing. But also, two, that we've been defensively awesome.
Yeah.
And my thing, I said, the only thing that would screw this team up would be two things. And it's in the podcast if you want to go back and listen, people. But I said the power play and Carey Price. Those are the two things that we need to worry about. And guess what? That's exactly what happened to us. Exactly. With the additional factor of Mitch Marner, which we'll talk about a little bit. In a little bit. Okay. The power play. If we literally, Molly, if we would have gotten 2 goals in any of those games, we would have won the whole series. That's all we needed was a power play goal. Okay? So here's my thought, and I've been keeping this in for a bit. I haven't been posting it on Twitter or anything because obviously I want to be, I want more characters to explain myself. But the thing is, Mitch Marner really let the team down this year, and he's a huge factor. And people are already trying to trade him. I absolutely disagree with that idea because guess who didn't score as well? Austin Matthews. And why didn't he score? Well, because his partner was on the fritz. You know, Mitch Marner didn't score. So if Mitch Marner's not scoring, Austin Matthews not scoring. You think trading Mitch Marner is going to help Austin Matthews?
You're going to have to just trade them together because
that's the thing. They're a duo. They really are. It's like, never mind. I was going to say it's like Draisaitl and McKinnon, but honestly, if they separated, they'd be fine.
Draisaitl and McDavid, you mean, not McKinnon?
McKinnon? Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be fun? But yes,
oh my god, that'd be amazing. We'll take Draisaitl. Yeah, I'll take him. Put him on our fourth line.
Actually, you saying that reminds me also of the Frederik Andersen situation where people are like, you know, he sucks and da da da. Really? When you think about it, we lost in the same way we do every year with Jack Campbell barely letting in a freaking goal.
Oh yeah, Jack Campbell, stand-up goalie. Round of applause for him. Like,
he was not the issue.
He is outstanding. He is not the issue. The goalie is not the issue. No. So, Leafs fans, stop being so goddamn mean to your team because they're really good.
Yes, they really are.
Take a look in the mirror and pull yourself together, mate.
Well, that's the thing. I made a tweet as a joke about the team needing a therapist, and although I think they do have a therapist, I think they need deeper, you know, I don't know, meetings, one-on-one meetings with their therapist. Therapy. I'm serious. I know it sounds maybe silly,
get that pucks in deep therapy.
There's just something fishy going on in the minds of these players, and it could be something that, again, hockey players are ingrained into their heads since they were little. All these things that they need to do or shame if they haven't done it. Mitch Marner, there's literal proof on the internet of his, I don't want to make it crazy rumors online or anything, but I'm just saying the videos I've seen of Mitch Marner's dad and the way he spoke to him as a child really said, you can't fail. You know? And I think it's really stuck in his head, and it doesn't help that he's in the team that has the most scrutiny. You know, we have the freaking eyepiece on us. Everyone's looking at us. Everyone's making fun of us. So I don't know. I think he's young and he's had a lot of pressure on him all these years, and just that alone is really hard to deal with, especially in a high pressure playoff spot.
Oh, definitely. With the playoffs as well, there is that added amount of pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like for the Leafs in particular, the fan base is so.
We're the ones to blame.
I love the Leafs, don't get me wrong. I love Leaf fans, but when you guys are together and someone loses, you can be very toxic.
It's the effects of the masses. We
Yes.
really affect the team.
And I feel that's not what you need in that kind of situation. Like, you have one loss, like, next time you'll get it. Not, oh my god, you're so terrible. This player needs to just stop. Like, you know, we need to trade this player away to Buffalo or whatever. Just, no, stop it. Stop it. Be nice.
Be nicer and recognize one important key piece to the NHL. Their games. Right? This is a game. Okay, it's their career. They make their money. They make a lot of money. So that's how I justify my actions. I don't care if you make $1 zillion. I think these people are still human, and you are no better. You're no better if you're just going to shit on them and their family, might I add. That's not fair, guys. It's not.
Their families.
So what did I do? Did I get sad? Yeah. And did I instantly forgive them and love them and move on because I just like hockey and it brings me joy most of the season? Yes, I did that. I'm still Team Leafs. Let's go.
Yeah, we just went back to the circus, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, besides that, we love them. I think that they still can do it if they defeat their own demons in their heads. Honestly, that's all it was. That and the power play. We need to figure out a freaking power play. It's crazy.
Oh my days. Get power play. Oh.
Yeah, because otherwise it wouldn't matter if we had Fleury, Carey Price, Grubauer, anyone. In our net, we are losing every time in the first round if we don't get past our own mind.
We'll just score our own goals for you. It's fine.
Honestly, there were moments where I'm like,
save you the trouble.
Oh my god, I couldn't believe it. To be honest, everyone was grieving in Game 7. I was done in Game 6. I knew we were done, unfortunately, and I didn't mean to be a pessimist, but I knew it. Yeah. And then the last thing for the Leafs is, okay, who's leaving, who's staying? You know, we just hope to keep Spezza and Hyman. I personally think Hyman's worth 5.5. People really argue with me on that, and I get it because there are a lot of Hymans in the league, but I love Hyman.
Channelle on every Leaf ever. I love them.
I love them.
Apart from Tyson Barrie.
No, I still love him. He was a Leaf. If you're a Leaf, you're a Leaf. Molly, I literally had 2 sad tweets that made it past 1,000 likes. And I'm like,
I saw that. What the heck?
Thank you very much for enjoying my pain. I'm glad.
I'm in pain, guys. Oh, ha ha ha. Let's laugh at her.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, that was the Leafs rant. Do you have anything to add?
Talking about people liking your stuff, should we just let everyone know that you need to like this podcast? You will like this podcast. Thank you. And if you're listening to it on YouTube, you should totally subscribe as well. Still can't get over the fact we have over 100 subscribers. Like, what the heck is that about?
Thank you, guys. That's a milestone.
Thanks, guys. Maybe we should start looking into actually making crap stickers.
You know what? We thought it would be funny to just create a podcast where we can just dish how we feel. And
how do we feel? Screaming.
Yell. I will say this. We got to give props to Steve Dangle. I don't know how he can go into work the next day after that.
Oh my days.
He does this every day. So every
day. And we do it once a week and we're just like,
Yep.
Oh,
So please, we love you and we hope you subscribe and we hope you like our content and we're always open to suggestions. And we have been listening. I've received a lot of emails and messages throughout the year about people wanting to be guests. I'm sure next season we'll be open to having guests.
I would be very open to having people who are fans of teams that we don't talk about.
Yeah, that would be excellent as well.
We want your perspective.
We do, and we're open to having conversations.
Yeah. Oh, there is some other exciting news that we need to mention, Channelle.
Possibly my favorite news of the year.
Yeah.
Taya Currie, first female to be drafted into the OHL. She's 16 years old only. I mean, obviously the OHL. And she was drafted 267th overall by the Sarnia Stings. How exciting is that? I'm so excited.
Goalie.
You don't understand.
Goalie, go. Goalie, go. Goalie, go. Who's actually a girl.
And that's, this little girl's literally living out my fantasy. This is what I wanted to do. I dreamt of doing this when I was a kid. I always wanted to be a goalie, and my goal as that goalie would be to make it into the OHL.
She's made it into the OHL. What's next?
What's next? The NHL? For sure. Let's do it. If not...
Oh my god, I'd love that.
If not, it's still a great step forward, and I bet we're going to see a lot more females in the future. Hopefully, anyways.
Yeah, seeing as women's national hockey league is becoming more and more popular. I feel like this last season for them has been their most popular season yet.
It helped, yeah.
So, oh my days, next season, I really want to talk more about the women's NHL. Just because we can. Obviously.
I love hockey. Gender means nothing to me. Let's go. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Go, boys.
I also want to educate myself a little bit more to figure out the inner workings because I don't know about you, but I'm still trying to learn a little bit about the NHL. I'm a little bit above average when it comes to knowledge, but I'm not perfect, so.
Yeah, we're not perfect yet, but give us some time, guys.
And you won't be able to argue with us because of everything.
Yeah, because we'll be experts.
Exactly.
I'll get another master's degree in NHL.
Same.
Yeah. We'll go to the College of Hockey.
Yeah, 100% for sure.
Yeah, should we see you guys next week then?
Yes, we're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up because we're a gift.
We are a gift to you guys. You're very welcome. Where can you
find us?
You can find us at This Hockey Pod on Twitter and also obviously on YouTube. This is a hockey podcast. Please click subscribe. You can find me at Channelle LV on Twitter and TikTok, although I haven't been posting because I'm sad. And you can find Molly at...
It's just _Molly on Twitter. I mainly post about hockey and horses, so give me a follow. And you can also follow Jeremy at
Jaywalker Media.
Or you can follow it on Twitch as well, twitch.tv/Jeremy_Walker.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye!